AdamHarry back in with another Star Wars Armada unboxing, and I have a special guest.
I'm Stable In.
And he's back to help me out with this unboxing for the Liberty expansion. Are you excited about this one?
No.
No?
No. Yes! Gosh, this is like the coolest thing ever.
Yes. Abe is super pumped. We got to look at the interdictor a little earlier. Super pumped about that one.
Super pumped about this. I think I'm more excited about the Liberty though.
Why are you so excited about this one?
So, two reasons I'm really excited. One, this is the biggest game. This is a huge game changer for the Rebels.
Awesome. Bigger than Home 1?
Bigger than Home 1, I would say. I don't know if Home 1 is a game changer for the Rebels at all.
Right.
It's a big, heavy ship, but it was just more of what they had, right?
Okay.
It was the necessary follow through that they gave a big heavy ship, but it's another broadside ship. It acted the same as the Rebel ship. It was
nothing new.
Yeah, it was cool, but it's a broadside and fighter command ship. This is a forward firing, charging in ship that changes the way Rebels can play. It's straightforward, so it's fun. The interdictor is really exciting too, but it's a tricksy ship.
Right. This is straight up brawler.
It's a brawler
coming at you. It looks like a dagger coming straight for your heart.
Yep, very Star Destroyer-esque.
All right. Well, you got a little beat up. We got it at Gen Con, so sorry about the box getting bent a little bit. So I know Abe was heartbroken. It's not like we open these boxes and throw them away later or anything, but
you throw them away later?
Yep. So let's go ahead and jump on in the Liberty expansion pack. All right, we've got the goodies unboxed. Abe's gonna go ahead and get the cards ready to go. This, of course, is the base and stuff.
Big old large base, and it's a big ship.
Here's the Liberty expansion little component list here. Nothing too crazy. There's some rules. It does have contain, which you've seen in some other ships before.
We've seen it in all the other big ships.
It's a large class ship, so this is a large one. So here is the actual model, which I'm going to go ahead and open up here. And just like Abe said, this one is a really cool game changer. It is shaped like a dagger. It is designed to go headlong into the enemy. And I'm pretty excited about this one too. I love the design because it looks very much like the other Rebel ships. Actually, let me zoom in. The other big Rebel ships, I should say.
I mean, it's got the Mon Cal organic blisters aesthetic, but it's also very different because it's got those cool wings. It looks kind of reminiscent almost of like the Republic or Firebird, the Phoenix. That's their symbol. You want to compare it? We got some of the other Rebel ships here. You want to compare it to that quick?
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
So size-wise, here's the MC-80, the Home 1 class.
Yes.
It's kind of confusing that they're all one MC-80. So you can see it's about
right.
The same.
This is an MC-80 as well.
Yeah, this is the battle cruiser, and this is the command cruiser.
So you can see this one had a lot of vertical doodads coming off the top. This one doesn't have as many vertical doodads, but it's very much a wider ship.
Yeah, it's wider, it's a little thinner, a little shorter, but barely shorter, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's, you're talking like a couple of millimeters here, distance-wise.
One of the big changes is the engine setup, which I really like the engines on the Liberty class. They're really kind of a cool setup.
Yeah.
And they look big. Like, these kind of look dinky to me, a bunch of tiny little engines.
It didn't look like it was going to go very fast.
It doesn't go very fast.
And it doesn't. Yeah. This one's got some heft to those engines.
Yeah, so that's it compared to that. We've got...
Paint job-wise, too. I mean, you can just see the multicolored panels. This one had a kind of a bluish gray with some red tint in there. Yeah. This one's got the browns and golds and stuff like that. The
darker.
Yeah. We've got
CR90
just to compare. Just to compare.
Ned B is going to be a great pair with this. So
yeah, you can tell it fits right in. So, all right, cool. Let's move these to the side. And Abe, you've got some of the cards ready to go, right?
I've got all of the cards over here. Oh, we've also got some cardboard here quickly.
Oh yeah, show that off. Show that off.
This is just your normal speed dial tokens and all that.
There you go.
Everything you've seen before.
So all the standard dials, and it comes with all of your defense tokens you can spend. Okay, what's next?
And then we've got more tokens, the shield dials, and most importantly, the fire arc. So you'll notice...
whoa! First thing I noticed right off the bat is the forward arc.
Right. It's got a huge forward arc, both dice-wise and arc size-wise.
Yeah. That's 7 dice to the 4?
Yeah, just to show you a quick comparison here, too. This is the normal MC.
Yeah, you can kind of see. I'll put it right on top.
Yeah.
It's the same, roughly the same size.
Whereas this one is the same size. They're both large ships, but whereas this one has huge side arcs and a short front arc. This one has
You can
small
see the
side
angle
arcs.
is very, very much different.
Yeah, this is much more of what you'll see on like a Star Destroyer or something.
Yeah.
It's for forward shooting.
Cool. And then just to flip it over real
Yeah.
quick too, you got your dials stuff here for the cups.
And that's the other version.
The other version, still packing 7 dice
Still
to the
7
front.
dice. Yep.
Pretty mean, pretty mean. Okay, cool.
so,
And then
yeah.
you got the ship cards next.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the
So
ship
we got
cards.
2 ship cards. Star Cruiser is the cheaper version. It's 96 points. The Battle Cruiser is more expensive at 103 points. A couple key things to look at here. We're looking at 3 command each.
Nothing crazy.
So nothing crazy. That's normal of large ships. I think
8 hull.
8 hull, same as the other MC-80.
Yep.
So that's big for Rebels, low for Imperials.
Right, right.
2 squadrons, so they're not really carriers.
No.
Not designed as that at all. 4 engineering's decent. That's
Yeah.
that's common for the big ships, but that gives you enough. Couple exciting things here. First off, you'll notice we've got 2 braces.
Yes.
That's big.
Yeah.
That means you can.
Why is that so big, Abe?
So brace lets you have the damage of any attack that's coming in.
Yep.
And having 2 braces means it's much, much harder for the enemy to use their accuracy and get rid of your braces.
Nice.
Now to push that off, we actually don't have any contains in the ship itself. I think it has the ability of getting it contained using a card.
Yeah, we'll find out here in a
yeah,
second.
but it doesn't have any native contains. It only has 1 redirect. And that's important because if you look over here, both of these versions have 5 shields on the front. That's
Yeah.
the most shields we've ever seen on the front of a ship. So it's going to be wanting to get
More
shot.
than Imperial?
More than Imperial.
Wow.
No other ship has more than 4 so far. Now it balances out by only having 2 shields on the other sides, which is low. For instance, the other MC-80 class, the Home 1 class, has 4 on the front, 4 on the sides, and 3 on the rear.
Wow, yeah.
Whereas this one has less shields overall.
So this one's gonna be, you're gonna want to point this at
You're gonna want
somebody,
to point
and
forward.
you're gonna take hits in the front. You're probably gonna redirect that to the one of the sides.
You're probably not going to redirect it, honestly. You're going to be bracing a lot.
Yeah.
You're
But if you
redirect-
have to.
If you have to, you're going to redirect to the side, or if you get shot on the side, you're going to redirect to the front.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you're going to want the ship to get shot on the front a lot.
Okay.
And then you're going to want to brace down with a bunch.
And then just anti-squadron real quick. We got 1 black die versus 2 black die.
Yeah, so it's close range.
Yeah.
For anti-squadron. Now, we're going to have speed 3 on these guys. That's as fast as the Imperial, and that's faster than the other MC-80 or the Victory class.
Yep.
And it's a weird. You'll
That is
notice
kind of
it's
a
a weird
strange
turning where
Yeah.
it goes on speed 3. It's 1 click, no clicks, 1 click.
It was kind of odd.
It's kind of odd. It's still a pretty maneuverable ship, though.
Yeah, especially for a big one.
Especially for a big one, and it actually gets more maneuverable with some of the upgrades and commanders.
Well, let's talk upgrades. What do we have on the upgrade bar here?
This has probably the most exciting upgrade bar of any ship.
Oh yeah?
Especially for what it does. So we're going to have your standard captain slot. Now it's got weapon teams.
Okay.
That means you can take gunnery teams to fire twice out the front arc if you want.
Could be good.
Or your new veteran gunners so that you can reroll your attacks.
Also sounds good.
All those good ones are coming from there.
Got a support team?
Also got the support team card.
Yep.
So you get all the cool support upgrades, like engine techs to go to, so you can actually move this basically speed 4,
Wow.
making this the fastest large ship in the game.
Okay.
It will move even faster than the Imperial. We've got your ion cannon upgrade. Both of these have identical upgrade cards by the slots, by the way.
Yep.
So you get ion cannons, which is always great, and then you get 2 turbo laser upgrades.
Nice.
And that's where really the madness is going to come out of this.
So, just thinking off the top of my head, if you've got the weapons team, then you're going to shoot twice at the front, and a couple of turbo laser upgrades.
Yep.
What spitballing, Abe? How many dice at the front could you throw out in say just one turn?
In one turn, easily, if you're firing twice, you can easily get 16 dice at the front. Possibly more with some of the stuff. And really the key is going to be how accurate those attacks can be.
Yeah. Well, just roll good. That's
just
fine.
roll good. You
Yeah.
can do that too.
I just roll good. I don't know.
I mean, you got, like I said, there's a 7-point difference. What you're getting for those 7 points is you're getting extra black dice on the front, and then you're switching
A red for a blue.
A red for the blue on the
Yep.
front. Both of them have a blue and 2 red on the sides. So they're not the worst side. And if they're double arcing, you're getting 10 dice on one ship.
It's really good.
So that's really good. That's as good as Victory can do with a double arc.
Yeah.
Not quite as powerful as the Imperial.
Yeah. No, it is the Imperial.
It is
Star
the
Trek.
Imperial, and that's nothing to sneer at either.
Right. Cool. Well, let's pause real quick and we'll take a look at all of the upgrade cards too.
All right.
So we've got all of the upgrades here.
Yep.
We've got the top row. We've got the fleet admiral, and we've got the upgrade cards and some other stuff. The titles card. Excuse me. Abe, take it away, man.
All right.
First up, who do you want to go over?
General Medane's the new Rebel commander. He's a maneuver-based commander. He's 30 points. And what he does is when a friendly ship resolves a navigate command, so either token, it'll tell you different. There's different abilities if it was a dial.
Sure.
If it's spent dial, it can resolve one. It can increase one additional yaw value. That's the turning value.
Turn value, yep.
By 1. So normally you can either change your speed or your yaw value by 1. Now you can change your yaw value by 2.
So for instance, if we were looking at the Star Cruiser here, it's got the 3-1-1.
Right.
That could actually go up to what?
It could go up to 1-1-2 or 1-2-1 or 2-2, however you want to do it.
Gotcha.
Also, if you spend a maneuver token, and remember you could spend both of these within the same command and get both effects. You can increase your speed or 1 yaw value. You can either change your speed or 1 yaw value by 1.
Right. So it's again a maneuver-based captain, and that's a friendlier ship. So that affects your entire fleet.
Your entire fleet.
Yep.
And it's important. So theoretically, if you spent both a token and a command, you could add 3 to your yaw value,
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, which is pretty big. So you could change this ship to being basically 2-1-2 or 1-2-2, however you want.
Okay.
Which is pretty big. Next up, we've got 3 different titles. If you the interdictor, which also comes out this wave, only has 1 title. That's kind of balanced out, sort of, however you want to look at it. By the Liberty having 3 titles instead of 2. So you've got a Liberty title, of course.
Makes sense.
And this is actually funny. If you played the old X-Wing computer games, you were based off of the Liberty.
There you go.
So that's why this is going to be a fighter command based thing.
Bingo.
Right? So basically what it does is 3 points, and if you spend, when you are using the fighter squadron command, if you spend a squadron token, normally the squadron token lets you activate 1 squadron for using that token. You can actually activate 1 additional squadron with the token.
Okay.
So
that's just an extra.
It's an extra squadron. Yeah, and more importantly, it's with the token. So normally, this ship has a squadron command of 2.
Yep.
So you can actually, if you take Antilles on here, so you got the token and the command, you could actually bump it up to activating 4 squadrons in a turn.
Which is pretty good.
Or if you're just giving it squadron tokens somehow, through like a CR90 or something, you can actually have those tokens activate 2 squadrons, which is as much as it would get from the command normally.
Right, so using the token or command basically bounces out.
So,
makes sense.
Cool little cheap token, gives us some fighter command, pretty fluffy, I think.
Right.
Endeavor, that's going to be where that contain token is going to come in. At the start of the first round of the game, you gain 1 contain defense token.
So that just stays until you spend it.
That just stays until you lose it somehow. Contain's actually pretty cool to have on this ship, because it's going to be kind of in there fighting a lot. It's probably going to take criticals when they start bouncing through. It's just going to make it a little bit tougher against criticals.
You're going to need it, yeah.
Yeah, not a bad thing to have. And then my absolute favorite, is the Mon Caron.
Okay.
That says, while attacking a ship, the defender cannot spend more than 1 defense token.
Ouch!
Right?
Hang on. So again, backing up, theoretical shots, 2 shots doing 8 damage apiece.
Yeah.
8 dice.
8 dice. You can get 1 shot to 9 dice.
Yeah.
I think it's the maximum you can do with the ship.
Yeah, that's crazy. This one says per attack.
Yep.
You can only spend 1 defense token.
Yeah. So you can't both brace and redirect, or brace and contain. You can't do any of those.
Wow.
So what's really cool about this is there are several of the turbo laser upgrades.
Sure.
That main effect is going to be stopping you from spending multiple
defense tokens.
This removes the need for that. So you can
so now you can use your quad. You can use your turbo lasers for something
entirely different.
More damage.
Yeah, you can actually get more dice than I said originally. I forgot. You just can't roll them, but you can add. There's ways of adding.
You just add them.
There's
Okay,
ways
okay.
of adding stuff.
So
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got the chart officer.
Chart officer. After you execute a maneuver, if you overlap an obstacle, you can discard this card instead of resolving the effects of overlapping that obstacle.
Not bad.
So once per game, you can ignore running into something. That's not bad.
Especially for big ships.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheap upgrade. It's kind of cool.
I don't know if I'd want to use it for my captain slot.
Right. There are some better options.
Slot, yeah.
But what's cool about this wave is you've actually got a lot of really cheap cards.
Yeah.
So if you've got 1 or 2 points to spend, that's 2 points. You can spend it.
Yeah, if you weren't going to put anything there for 2 points, it's not a bad one.
Not bad, yes.
And also for 1 point, skilled officer.
Skilled first officer. Before you reveal a command, you may discard this card to discard your top command dial.
Okay.
So it doesn't let you change your command dial. It just makes you use the second one down, basically.
So if you screwed something up,
but you know it's coming up.
But you know it's coming. Okay, that's
you
a
can
good.
use that to kind of fix something. So yeah, it's not bad. So for instance, if you were using like a fighter command and all your fighters suddenly got killed, you'd be like, oh, let me get rid of that fighter command.
Don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just moving on.
So kind of cool, cheap, 1.1.
You know, my solution to that is just to always take firepower, whole game,
Always firepower.
all the time.
Yeah. That's a solution.
It's not a good one, but it's called my firing solution.
It is the firing solution.
There
Yeah.
you go. All right, moving on. Medical team.
Medical team. This is going to be one of your support crew member teams. Again, it's a 1 point, pretty cheap one. I don't know, it's not my favorite, but it's useful for some people. Before you are dealt a face-up damage card with the crew trait, you may discard this card, medical team, to discard that damage card.
Okay, so if you were going to take something that was like, this thing affects your crew.
Crew panic is one of the big ones.
Yeah, you can just get rid of medical team, panic solved.
And yeah, which more importantly, it doesn't flip it over, it just cards it, so you don't take that damage either.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
And since it happens before you take it, it would happen before your ship could be destroyed by that damage or something. So that could possibly save your ship in the right situation.
Nice.
But it only works on the crew trait. It's not
Which is probably why it's 1 point.
right, which is 1
Yeah.
point. So
It's
useful.
situational, but useful. Could be situationally useful. All right.
Engine text we've had, of course, before. Yeah. Good card on this one lets you move lets you basically make a free 1 maneuver move.
Okay.
So these two are pretty exciting. Veteran gunners. Yeah. While attacking, you may exhaust this card to reroll all the dice in your attack pool.
Okay, so if you have a terrible roll,
If you have a terrible roll,
you can re-roll all of them. The veteran gunner.
so upsides and downsides of the card. Upsides, obviously, it should make a reroll.
Yeah.
And for rebels, that's really important. It's less important for Imperials who have Vader, who lets you reroll, who have Screed that lets you change dice.
Sure.
But Rebels don't get nearly as many of that. Really, the only one, a lot of the ones they get the Turbo Laser reroute circuits, and they get Home 1 to get accuracies. But they don't really get a lot of rerolls.
But that's a big deal just because, but it is all of the dice.
It is all of your dice, and you don't have to exhaust the cards. You're only doing it on 1 attack.
Right, but it could totally worth it if you roll absolutely garbage rolls.
If you roll, yeah.
And we've all done that before.
We've all done that. So that's pretty cool. The really cool one, which I think is big for a lot of ships in the game, not necessarily this ship, but a lot of ships, though this ship does get some benefits from it, is the fire control team.
Okay.
So normally, during your attack, you can only resolve 1 critical effect.
Okay.
That can be either the standard critical effect of dealing a face-up card, or it can be activating a crit effect on it only.
Right. Like if you had the
MS
ion
iron cannons or one of the torpedoes that do crits.
Sure.
What fire control team does is during the resolve damage step, when you're choosing what criticals you want to affect, I can exhaust this card to resolve 1 additional critical effect.
So just get 2 crits.
2 crits. Now you can't resolve the same critical effect twice.
That's okay.
So I can't activate the same card twice. I can't do 2 standard face-up critical attacks. But I can now do 2 critical effects.
Yeah.
So I could do my missiles and a standard crit, which or you could do heavy turbo lasers.
Yeah.
There's ways of actually being able to do 2, 3. Now being able to do like 3 face-up cards to the end.
Which could really sting.
Or activating 2. Just activating 2 criticals is pretty cool in general.
Next up, the ion cannons. We've seen this one before.
Yeah, this is coming in the interdictor box. Also, this wave. 1 crit lets you choose and exhaust 1 of the Defender's Upgrade cards.
So any of these cards you could exhaust.
You could exhaust them.
And we talked about this during the interdictor one. It's not 100% sure. if the card is exhausted, if you can use it, that's
still use it or not. Yeah.
We'll let FFG FAQ that one.
You obviously can't exhaust it again, but if it's not an exhaustible card, it's unclear. High capacity ion turbines. This is basically the expanded armament, which gave you a red dice on each side, but for blue dice. It's a modification. You can only have one modification on your ship. It's 8 points instead of 10 points, but it adds one blue dice to each of your left and your right sides.
So that's something that could be useful for a ship like this, but it's really better for some of the ships that already have a ton of dice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting card to me. It's a modification, so you can't also have expanded armament. And it's 8 points. It's a little pricey.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to take, say, like your Home 1 class ship, put this on it to get the extra blue dice, and then also have a turbo laser slot because you didn't want to use expanded armament. It's not the worst choice.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's another little thing to just change your dice around a little bit. Do you want to pay some extra dice for more damage to your ship? You can do that.
Cool.
And that's actually going to pair coolly with Spinal Armaments. This is a similar thing.
Okay.
9 points. Takes up a turbo laser slot, and it's your battery armaments for your front and rear hull zones are increased by 1 red dice.
Nice.
So, big thing with this, and why it's great on this ship, is this gives you a front of 8 dice. That's the same as a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's where that 16 dice is going to come from. You throw this on here, and you're throwing 8 dice, doing it twice if you're going to have gunnery teams and fire twice.
Nice.
So you've got a lot of different ways.
Now that's also a modification, so you can only have one of those.
Right. You couldn't take both of those.
But you still have another turbo laser slot.
Turbo laser slot. So you got another new turbo laser. That's the quad turbo laser cannons. While attacking, if at least one red dice face, one of your red dice has the accuracy icon, add another red dice with the accuracy icon to your attack pool. So if you go 1 accuracy, you now get 2 accuracies.
And those accuracies can help you stop the target from using their defense tokens.
Now what's interesting about this is you do this before you make any rerolls.
Oh.
So you can now reroll that extra dice if you want.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting.
So if you have a way of rerolling, suddenly you're taking 8 dice, now you're turning it to 9, and then you're getting rerolls, or you're using your turbo laser reroute, your reroute circuits to change it into a hit or something. So what I actually really like is using this card and then taking Home 1 MC80 class with the Home 1 title upgrade, which lets you change one of your blank hits into an accuracy.
Okay.
So I can guarantee that, or one of your dice, I don't think it has to be blank, but you normally want to use it on a blank. So you can guarantee...
You're guaranteeing yourself...
an accuracy and a free...
Very high percentage, because it's actually not guaranteed, because if you roll hits, somehow...
No, I think you change any of your dice.
Oh, you just change any dice?
Yeah,
okay.
I normally use... You want to use it on a blank one, but you can change any of your dice to an accuracy. So, you can guarantee yourself 2 accuracies, which you can either use to shut down the enemy defense tokens.
Which is super effective.
Which is pretty effective. Or you can throw that in there and then do some rerolls if you want to do some stuff. If you're using leading shots or something, to then get a bunch of rerolls, reroll those red dice. So with this, you can actually take your front attack up to 9 dice, 10 if you're using a fire concentrate fire token. So you can have a 10 dice of attack, which makes this the deadliest attack, or on par with the Star Destroyer doing the same thing. So really cool ability, cool stuff. There's some great ways to get.
And if you fire twice,
woo. And this is not exhausting either. So if you do fire twice, or if you're firing at the side, you can add another accuracy to that.
Yeah. So when you're talking this ship again, game changer for the Rebels. This literally plays different than any of the other Rebel ships.
Yeah, it's a frontal attack ship. It's meant to get in there. It's not a fighter ship, but it has a few fighter options if you want to do a little bit of squadron command. But it's really a big broadside, and it's got some great upgrades that are going to benefit like every ship out there.
Heck yeah! Well, that was a really cool game-changing ship.
Yeah,
I'm excited that we got this one a little early. I definitely want to see you use this in a game and blow some stuff up.
I want to try it out.
Just to compare to, let's size-wise.
It is a lot smaller than the Imperial still.
Yeah, so we've got that one there.
But it's going to pack about the same punch.
This ship hits just about as hard as this ship on the front arc, which is saying something. And shield-wise, this one actually has...
more shields on the front.
More shields on the front.
Less on the side, less hull, but it's still a tough ship.
This is what, 12 hull, something?
The Imperial is, what, 10 hull base.
10 hull, this was 8. So, yeah. Again, the Rebels never had the biggest guns, but...
this gives them as big as guns as anyone else.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close.
It's no Death Star turbo, you know.
That's fair.
Well, I'm AdamHarry from BoLS Souls.
And I'm Stable Abe.
Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed the unboxing of the Liberty expansion pack from Star Wars Armada and FFG. Woo! Have a good one.